Yeah, and you all said you wanted to see more of my dog, so he's here. Sorry if he's in the way. Say hello. Hi. Hi, welcome to Detailing World. In today's video, we're going to be detailing my next door neighbour's Mazda 3. They do regularly look after this car, but unfortunately the husband has had some major surgery recently, so he's been unable to give it a proper clean over the last few weeks, month or so. So yeah, I said I'd give it a quick clean for them. And I've got some new products to test as well. So today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Yums range. So I popped down to see Nick in Mansfield a few months ago, back in November, and I've got basically the entire range he had at the time. I think he's added one new product since, so we'll quickly go through them. We've got a wheel cleaner, we've got a Yum foam, we've got the car shampoo, the ceramic, which is a like spray-on sealant, I should imagine, a detail spray, Yum glass, interior, and deodorizer. He also threw in a few towels as well, so I've got a couple of plush microfiber towels, a couple of glass towels, and also a couple of drying towels, because whilst we was having a chat, I mentioned I've never ever got on with waffle weave towels, and he thinks these will change my mind, so we'll see. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to have a quick look at these products and at the same time give the neighbour's car a quick clean. As I said, he's not been able to do it just because he can't get around. Before we do, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, please do consider subscribing, and let's dive into the detail. Okay, so let's get started then. So first up, we're going to give the arches a quick rinse down, especially this time of year with the road conditions the way they are, that you've got dirt, you've got salt, you've got grit, you've got grime, everything under there. So rinse as much of that out of there as you can. And then remove as much of the loose dirt from the wheels as well, so give those a blast down with a pressure washer as well. And then what we're doing here then is we're going to apply some all-purpose cleaner to the tyres to get them ready for tyre dressing later on, and we'll also apply the Yum wheel cleaner as well, so that can get working whilst I'm scrubbing the tyres clean. And as you can see here, the Yum's wheel cleaner has had about 2 or 3 minutes just to get working away there. And on this, because we was running out of time, I only had a couple of hours to get this done, it was more of a contactless wash, so it was just left on for probably about 5 minutes in total to get all these B-roll shots and a few Instagram posts and whatnot, and then just blasted off with a pressure washer, and it does a fairly good job, to be quite honest with you. There's a few tar deposits left on there, but as I said, that's going to require either a contact wash or just a dedicated tar remover at a later stage, but for the time being this is more than enough, obviously, to get them up to a standard for the next door neighbour. So here we've got the Yum foam mixed at a 10:1 ratio, so that is 50 ml of product to 500 ml of water. And this goes on quite nice actually, it's quite a nice thick product. It's not the thickest snow foam I've ever used, but that being said, it did cling for a hell of a long time as well, so it's a great combination of both the thickness and the clinginess, if that makes sense. You can also see from these shots as well, it does do a good job of pulling off the dirt. So at this stage, no rinsing has been done. This is just snow foam dragging that dirt off and all collecting all over my driveway. So with it all rinsed off and that, we're onto the wash stage with the Yum Cars Wash. So that's the car shampoo. And this is, if I remember rightly, it's about 50 ml of product into about 15 litres of water. So that's a 300:1 ratio there. And just working around the car methodically here. So starting off with the windows, bonnet, and then the roof, and then I pretty much go front to back and work my way top downwards. So yeah, this is the wash stage. So the shampoo, it was one of those you can keep putting the pressure washer in. I did it a couple of times and topped the suds back up. It's not the slickest of products, but it is a quite foamy product as well. So it's a nice shampoo to use. As you can see here, there is no protection on this car whatsoever. There's no beading, no sheeting, and nothing like that. So here I'm just running a quick test with the pressure washer. Turned off, just spraying some water over, and you can see, look, absolutely nothing there. So what you then want to do is take the Yum detail spray and spray that all over the flat water on the paintwork, and as you can see, it really does help the water sort of bead up, and it helps the drying towel soak that up a lot better. And this waffle weave drying towel was a lot better than I expected. As I say, I've used waffle weave towels in the past and I've never really liked them, but this one has kind of changed my mind. So yeah, working our way around one panel at a time, apply the detail spray and then dry it off, mop it up. And yeah, it did an excellent job. That combination with that towel really did make it quite a breeze, to be honest with you. So with the car all dry, then it was onto the pretty much final stage, or one of the last stages, and that's the Yum ceramic. Here I've applied so much product, it's unbelievable. One day I'll learn my lesson there, and I'm just trying to show you the blue residue on the cloth there. After the bonnet, obviously learned my lesson. You literally just need 1 or 2 squirts per panel. And the way I was doing this, I was using one side to spread it and apply it, and then flipping the cloth over and then buffing it off. Once I'd done the entire car, I actually went around with a totally brand new, fresh, clean cloth and gave the whole car another final wipe down after all of this. So if you do see some bits in this where it doesn't look quite finished, I did go around later on just to do a sort of second buff, if you will. So onto the last of the exterior products, and it's the Yum glass, and I really did like using this glass cleaner. Most glass cleaners just smell of like alcohol or something. This one smelled really nice, and it was really nice to use. So there was no streaking, no hazing, nothing like that. Wipe on and it just cleared straight off like in an instant. Probably one of the best ones I've used, really. I know I've said that before about glass cleaners, but I really do like using this one, and especially with that cloth as well. I mean, that could have made all the difference as well, for all I know, because I've used the same cloth for a long time. With all the other glass reviews, this one I'm using a totally brand new cloth from Yum's. Okay, so that's the detail all done. We're then using the entire Yum's range. Well, I say entire, the only 2 products I didn't use was the Yum interior and the Yum deodorizer, simply because I only had the time to really hoover out the interior and give the dash a wipe down and, you know, clean the windows on the inside. So I'll be using them at another time, but the rest of the range I managed to use on the exterior of the car, and overall it was actually quite a nice range, and no offence meant by this, but I was quite surprised with it as well. So starting off with a wheel cleaner, these all-in-one wheel cleaners, you know, it's a wheel cleaner, it's an iron remover in one, and this does actually say it can be used as just as an iron remover. They're okay. Personally, I'd rather just use a dedicated wheel cleaner and then a dedicated iron remover. And we've got Doggo just come and join us, so let's see what he thinks. So we've got my mate here as well, see what he thinks. So yeah, really with that I was able just to spray it on, leave it, and then rinse it straight off with no contact, and it did the job really well. So I'll be honest with you, the wheel cleaner I was very surprised with. When it's a spray on, leave it, rinse off kind of product, I'm usually, you know, I think they need a bit of agitation. Yeah, and you all said you wanted to see more of my dog, so he's here. Sorry if he's in the way. Say hello. Hi. So after the wheels, then we went on to the snow foam and the wash stages. Now, the only thing I'd say, Nick, if you're watching this, is I'd like to see some like proper measurement instructions. That's me being really picky on the labelling. This just says 1 to 2 inches in the bottom of your snow foam lance. We all know traditionally, most of us are using snow foam bottles like this. However, some of us, bear me 1 sec, have now started using wide mouth ones. So 1 to 2 inch in that is going to be more than 1 to 2 inch in a traditional lance. So anyway, I ignored that and I went for the usual sort of 10 to 1 range. So I used 50ml to 500ml of water. And what you're seeing the results, it's very thick, but it really did clean as well. Well, I say very thick, not the thickest, but it's thicker than average, if that makes sense. And it did have good cleaning power as well. So again, another good snow foam there. And despite not being the thickest as well, it did cling for a long time. That's another thing. So I was running around getting all of my photos for Instagram and B-roll and all of that. So yeah, it lasted quite a while. Quickly moving on to the car shampoo. Again, another one. This one just says use 1 to 2 ounces in 3/4 of a bucket. And again, I'd rather it say, you know, in 15 litres of water or something like that. That is just me being really, really picky. Other than that, again, another great shampoo. Honestly, it was nice. I would use it again. I'm not going to avoid it. There's a lot of, there's a couple of shampoos I've used that are an immensely slick shampoos. That was a nice sudsy shampoo and it just did the job. The Young Glass, I did like that one. And this one, all of the products smell kind of like pleasant and that's about it. The wheel cleaner smells like iron remover, so yeah. This one smells really, really nice and it reminds me of another product, but I have no idea what. And it's either something from Auto Smart or Dodo Juice, something I've used in the past, but it smells awesome. For a glass cleaner, glass cleaners typically don't smell like really of anything. Not horrible, but they just don't smell of anything. That, like, very, very easy, very streak free. That combined with a glass towel as well. Again, I did like using that, to be quite honest with you. The detail spray, the paintwork on that, the water was absolutely flat as anything. The detail spray just helped, give it a little bit of bead in there, wipe that down, dry that off with the towel. And I'll be honest with you, Nick, I think you're quite right there. I think this has changed my mind. Not all waffle weaves are bad. I did like using this. And the benefit of it being a white towel, if you want to call it a benefit, is you do see any dirt you may have picked up. So if you've missed any areas, you can go back and give them a proper clean if you've missed anything. So I'd missed a couple of bits because I was really rushing. I only had a couple of hours to get this job done. And then after the detail spray, it was obviously finished off with the Yum ceramic. Now this does say apply generously. I'll be honest with you, if you've not used this yet, don't apply it over generously. I went and coated the entire bonnet. I've not learned my lessons yet with these hybrid spray sealant, ceramic sealant type products. I just keep overkilling it to start with. I suppose that's a good thing really to test. And again, that with the Yum's microfiber towel, I was basically applying it with one side, flipping the towel and then buffing it off with the other side. Once I'd done all the car, I went round with a fresh towel after and just gave it one final buff as well. But yeah, as I say, you don't need to actually put too much on. It does say apply generously. You need 1 or 2 squirts per panel, just like most other ceramic sealant spray-on type products. So yeah, that's it on the Yums range. So yeah, that's the Yums range then. As I said, the wheel clean, I did quite like that actually. For an all-in-one wheel clean, I was literally able to spray it on, leave it a minute or two, and then rinse it straight off. I probably did need to go around the wheels again after just to remove any tar and a few other bits and bobs. But as I said, it's just a quick one to get it cleaned up. The owner or the owner's husband has had a major operation basically, so he's not able to get out and clean it like he normally does. You'll be aware that I've detailed it in a few other videos, so I did a scuff repair. So he does look after his vehicle, so hopefully, yeah, he's got a nice clean car to get escorted about in by the wife for a bit. And you can see that scuff repair video just up here as well. So yeah, there we have it then. That's basically the video done with the Neighbour's car all washed. A few beers my way as well. I wasn't expecting anything. I never expect anything from them. I just want to borrow a car to make a video, so you're not seeing the same old car every single week. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to this channel already, please do consider subscribing. Check us out on Instagram as well. We're on there as Detailing World Official. If you want to follow myself and see the behind the scenes and sort of like real-time posts, I'm on there as Randomly Set. So yeah, that's basically it then. As I say, make sure you are subscribed. We've got a lot planned for this year. We've got a lot of giveaways. We've got more tutorials. And we're just hoping to vary the video content a lot this year. So yeah, make sure you stick around and we'll see you in the next video.